So I've had this Milwaukee M12 compact inflator, and it's pretty good. It's the part number 2475-20. Been enjoying it, and the reason why I like it most is because of the whole battery thing. Makes it so much easier just to take it on the go, travel with it, and yeah, it is really compact. Now, a company reached out to me and sent me this one, and I'll post the name of the company if I could find it, because I'll be honest with you, I cannot remember. So it's intelligent and powerful, supports 0.5 to 50 psi, 10 amps, 12 volts. Made in China. It's the yellow color. I want to see if this one is better than my Milwaukee. Now, I enjoy my Milwaukee, but it does take a while, and typically after you inflate a tire from empty, the battery is mostly spent. Now, the good thing about these is that they plug into the charging outlet inside your car, which is nice, but the ones that I have used in the past, they're too short, and then they become just useless. So hopefully they got that squared away on this one. Now, we got a nice little carry bag, which I like. And let's set you down right over here so we can take a better look at it. It's really light. And kind of looks like a Tesla. Yeah, Tesla charger. Maybe. I don't know. Now, let's see what else it has in it. So we got this to blow up mattresses, which that's actually pretty cool. So if you like traveling, that's a cool feature to have. Camping and all that stuff. This is the charging port, or the fill port for filling your tire. Extra fuses and an adapter. And this is what we use to charge it. And by the looks of it, it looks like they give you a good length. So it gives you a nice little carry handle, which I guess that's nice. Pop it in here and charge. And the other issue I run with some of these, and why, like I said, I stay away from them, is that they get really hot, they melt, and they just don't last. But maybe this will work. So it looks like inflate, deflate. That's actually kind of cool. So they kind of just screw in like so. Alright, we gotta cut that. We'll just use the wrong tool and just snap it. Hey, that works. And with this, let's just do the same thing and just, yeah. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. I'll compare this to the Milwaukee. Deflate my tire all the way to, empty, deflated, and we'll see how long this one takes, how hot it gets, and same thing with the Milwaukee. So let's head over to the car. Let's take this thing out. Flat tire, I think that's good enough. Let's pop in our little thing in there, just, get that going. Proof of concept why I'm typically not a fan of these is that in this case, on this car, you have to turn the ignition on and have the engine, or have the engine running to charge it. So one thing to keep in mind. So let's do the peel. If I can peel it. Now it's windy. Alright, so we're showing 0 psi. Let's see, can we make this brighter? Oh no, okay. So we got a light, that's nice for at night. SOS, probably not. That's not bad. So in 1 minute because I started the camera at 447 and it's now 547, so less than a minute it filled it up to 15 psi. So let's get a little more. So maybe didn't fill it up to 20, so I'm at 15. Okay, so now I'm getting it. So we need to cycle through the modes. They have car modes, which is 36. Let's bring this to 32. So we took 1 minute to get to 15 psi. Let's bring this to 22. Oh, 32. All right, 32, 15 psi, 1 minute. Look at my camera. Let's go. All right, so 32 psi. It took roughly about 2 minutes 15 seconds. It's actually not bad. So now I'm curious to see how accurate this is. That's one thing I find about the Milwaukee. I just find it to be a little off. Let's double check it. Let me get a pressure gauge. So let's pop this thing out. I don't know if we can see it, but yeah, that's on the money. 32 psi. I'm a little impressed. So now I'm going to deflate this, do the same thing with the Milwaukee. Like I said, this was 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's see how long it takes for the old Milwaukee to fill it up. So we got the Milwaukee, we got a fresh charged battery. And let's see how she does. Once again, 0 psi. We are gonna make sure we get this to 32. There we go, 32. The time on the camera is 12:15. Let's go. So almost 5 minutes, let's say 4.3 minute, we're full, and we have 1 bar, so we would not be able to fill up another tire if we needed to. So now let's see how accurate it is. All right, I'll say it. Yeah, so it's accurate. I thought it was off for some reason. So, all right, not too bad. I mean, 5 minutes. Let's rough it up. So let's round it out. 5 minutes for this one. I think it was 2¼ minutes for the other one, or 4¾ minutes for it, whatever you want to say it is. But the only issue with this is I would not be able to fill up another tire if I had to. So something to consider. All right, let's get this thing back in the garage and give my final thoughts. So I will say this one is impressive, and it's not as cheap as I thought it was going to be. Now, the Milwaukee took almost 5 minutes to fill up a tire from empty, and having a battery, well, like I said, you probably won't be able to fill up too much of a second tire. This one, and the reason why I say it's not as cheap as I thought it is, typically the ones I bought in the past, this gets really hot and starts to melt. Same thing with this over here, and this thing was nice and cool to the touch, slightly warm, so I'd feel comfortable filling up a couple more tires with it. So that's actually pretty good. Now, one thing I will say to the disadvantage I kind of gave this Milwaukee, the battery that I'm using, although a Milwaukee original, they're supposed to use the better, beefier one, so it'd probably be a little faster. And I think that was the issue that I noticed, that as the battery started draining, it started bogging down on it. So, but it has this purpose. Now this one is kind of like, you know, you're on the field, you have no power, this is the way to go, you know, especially if you're kind of going to fix up a junk car that doesn't have a battery or a charging outlet. This is definitely the way to go. Have the right battery in a couple of these, and this would be good. But this one, you know, traveling, have a flat, or just going long distance, I kind of like that, and this probably will stay in the trunk of my vehicle. As if I run low, get a flat, this might be perfect just to get me to the next place to fix a flat or something like that. So overall, not too bad. I'll post the information to this down below, and if you're interested, you can check it out. So Milwaukee would be good for on-the-go stuff, you know, with no power. This would be good for more traveling. Mostly a matter of preference, but still pretty cool. So thanks for watching. Hope this review helps.